Here, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Well, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to.
Why'd you have a mask on?
If you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to.
I'd love to talk to you, but why would you have a mask on?
We're outside.
Okay.
Group of people.
My name's Megan Fox. I work for PJ Media.
Fox, I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you guys just walked through a crowd of Trump supporters while he's sick in the hospital, saying "fuck Trump" with your fingers raised. Why did you do that?
Because fuck Trump.
Do you have anything else to say besides that?
Remember when he tried to take transgender people out of the military?
Anybody watch it?
Remember that?
Just say that real quick. Yeah. Do we really
Okay.
have to have a reason?
Yes,
after
and
Yeah, so fuck him for that. Fuck him for calling Mexican rapists. Fuck him for getting Rona. That's his fault.
okay. So you believe that it's okay for you to wish death on sick
Who said
people?
I'm wishing death?
We never said that.
Do you have a?
I don't wish death on anyone.
Okay. So would you like to tell the president something? Anything?
Maybe wear a mask. Hold on. He mocked Biden for wearing a mask 100 feet away from people.
He also mocked his son for being a drug addict.
Exactly.
How old are your girls?
I'm about to be 16.
I'm 16. 15.
16.
And what do you think is the biggest issue for you guys in this election?
Well, since it doesn't really affect me, since I'm not. Period. I think LGBT rights is a huge thing. I'm a lesbian.
I'm also gay. I'm bisexual as well. So.
Are you aware of the walkaway movement? Do you know who Brandon Strzok is?
I do not. Tell me about it.
Brandon Strzok is a gay man. He supports Donald Trump.
That's great.
If you're gay, it doesn't mean you can't support a Republican.
He tried to ban transgender people from joining the military.
I think it had more to do with the rules and regulations about what goes on in the military and what's paid for as far as medical.
It doesn't matter what kind of gender you are. You can still fight for our country.
Exactly. It's having pride for our country. It isn't
So
about what
this
gender
is
you
the
are.
biggest issue you have is the transgender issue in the military.
we never
Yes, but
said
it's one
that.
of it. It fucked with me.
Okay, what's the biggest problem you have here that would make you walk through
the biggest problem with
a crowd of people who
Yeah,
are
what's your
here
problem with
supporting
Biden?
them? I don't have a problem with Biden
Then why are you voting for Trump?
because I'm a Republican. I've been a Republican all my
You
life.
have to vote Republican just because you're a Republican.
That's right. I voted for a Democrat before.
Who'd you vote for?
Richard Daley
Okay,
in Chicago. I'm
Yeah.
from Chicago.
that's cool. I'm from here.
You're from here?
Yeah.
Are you all from here?
I'm actually from Montgomery Village.
It's a little concerning to me that I feel like sometimes people on the left or who like Joe Biden kind of lose track of the humanity of the other side. You know Donald Trump is a human who has a family who loves him, right?
Correct. I have nothing but respect for that.
You have nothing but respect for him and his family.
Nothing but respect for the fact that he has a family.
That he has a family.
I don't respect
Can
that
you respect people that you dislike?
For sure. Definitely.
Is it respectful to
I
say
dislike my
fuck Trump?
grandparents. I just like my grandparents. I still respect them.
Is it respectful to say fuck Trump?
No.
What's the point of it?
Fuck Trump.
But you know that you have to have do you know you have to have like an intellectual argument
I don't have
about
to have shit.
Well, that's true. You don't have to, but no one will take you seriously unless
They
you
don't
have
have
an
to take me
actual
seriously.
intellectual
I don't take
argument.
Trump supporters seriously. They don't have to take me seriously.
Well, I take you seriously
I take you. I
because
respect
you're
you.
a person, and I love humanity, and I can love you no matter what. So I take you seriously. What I mean to say is that if you
love people so much, why are you voting for somebody who has been openly racist towards Mexican people?
that's false.
He said Mexicans are rapists. Yeah.
He said some Mexicans who come across our border illegally are rapists, which is true.
Yeah, there are men that are rapists too.
Why didn't he say that?
Well, why wouldn't do you lock your door at night?
Wait, which door?
Your house door.
Of course I do.
Why do you lock your door?
Safety, so I don't get fucking broken into.
Well, why wouldn't we lock our border?
That has nothing to do with the
It
door.
has everything to do with the border. We have criminals coming over the border just like one who would come in your house.
We have people from here going to other countries being criminals too.
Do you believe in legal immigration?
I do believe in legal immigration. I also believe
Why do you think that people should walk over the border and just be citizens instead of I would like to introduce you to this woman down here who's a legal immigrant who went and she's beautiful. She went and got, in line, got her paperwork, did the thing, is on record, isn't a criminal, doesn't have a background. Don't you want people coming into the country who don't have criminal records?
Yeah, of course. I also want people who want a fresh start.
Why can't they get in line and get in the country the legal
Not
way?
everyone has the opportunity to.
Why not?
They have to support their families. They might not have time to.
Okay, I would agree with you that it should not be a very, very long process. It should be easy. But did you know that you can apply for citizenship?
Fuck Trump!
Did you know that you can apply for citizenship and then actually go through the process and be here while you're waiting?
Yeah.
So why is that not acceptable instead of just crawling over
It
the
is.
border?
They're not saying that they're all. That's just generalizing an entire group.
He didn't say all.
No, I'm just saying if you're generalizing an entire group of people saying that.
No one generalized anyone. I said, why wouldn't you just get in line to come here legally instead of coming across the border illegally? And we don't know if you have a disease. We don't know if you are contagious. We don't know if you are a rapist. We don't know if you are a terrorist. Do you know that ISIS tried to come over the border in Mexico?
That's great.
Do you know who ISIS is?
I'm joking. Of course, it's not great.
So it's not great.
No.
So why wouldn't we want to protect our border the way you protect your house?
I want people who want a fresh start.
So do we. That's not an issue. That's not an issue.
Everyone should be allowed over.
Everyone should be allowed to come through the legal process.
Okay.
Why would you want someone to come into your house, break in through the window instead of knock on your door?
What does that have to do with anything? I didn't say I wanted that.
I'm trying. I'm trying very hard. Listen, I would encourage you, because I think you're a smart girl, and I think you have a lot going for you, and you can do anything you want in this world.
Right.
I would encourage you to think about your arguments instead of using profanity at people, because it doesn't help you. It doesn't help. What helps is this. Like, you and
I
I
agree.
could totally be friends and like sit down and talk
agree.
about our issues and like have good conversations. But what doesn't help and what just breeds hatred is telling people to fuck off or fuck Trump or fuck this or fuck that.
Right.
It doesn't help. And I think that you
I feel better doing it.
Is it well? All right. So okay, there is a release of emotion. Okay.
Correct.
But I do want you to know that this crowd of people here does not hate you for being a lesbian.
I don't hate them for being Trump supporters.
They don't hate you. They're not homophobic either. And some of them.
That's generalizing.
Every single person in this crowd.
That's generalizing.
Personally, not homophobic.
Well, I can't say that every single person, but I can say that I know Trump supporters very well. In fact, last night I covered the walkaway event that Brandon Strzok did. Almost everyone on his staff are LGBTQ people.
Really, because my dad's a Trump supporter and he's homophobic.
Well, that's not everyone, but you need to look at Brandon Strzok's work.
I will.
Because there are young LGBTQ people who care very deeply about this country, who love Donald Trump, and I think you need to hear from them.
I'm sure I do.
Because I think you might agree on a lot of levels with stuff that you might not even know. And I think it's worth listening to.
Do you listen to Ben Shapiro?
I have, yeah.
Okay, I like him.
You
He's
like Ben?
conservative. I like him.
He's great. Ben's great.
I don't agree with all of his points, but I do like him.
Well, see,
I have a lot of respect for that man.
That means that you have a good, you have an analytical mind, and that's a good thing. And so just stay open is what I'm saying. Stay open and try and stay polite, because most of these people would have a really nice conversation with you if you stopped and said, hey, why do you support Donald Trump? And I don't agree with some of this stuff. They would totally talk to you and treat you like a decent human being.
I'm sure.
I should interview the guy in the Trump because he called us fat.
Yeah, what the
He's
hell?
a Trump supporter.
Which one?
There's a guy in this truck who called her fat.
What truck?
The one that keeps driving by.
I will. Oh well, I couldn't talk to him. He's driving by. Well, you're not fat. You're lovely, and I love that you love your country. Do you love your country?
Sure.
No, that didn't sound. That didn't sound very.
I just think being an
You don't
American
love your
has
country?
nothing to do with who I am.
It has nothing to do with you.
I could be the same person in London.
You think you would be?
I think I would be.
I don't know.
With my family, the way they raised me, I would have the same morals.
Does your family not identify as American?
Of course they do. I'm not saying I don't.
Here they come.
They called her fat.
Well, they're not very skinny either. That wasn't very
All right,
nice.
that's fair. That's fair.
We all have a little around the
Yeah,
middle.
we do.
Not you.
It's annoying.
It is annoying.
Right?
I hate that.
For real. All right, we're gonna keep walking around.
You
But
go
have a
ahead.
great day.
You too.